Let's see in this video 5 platforms that offer us high returns of over 15%. We will see that in some cases we can even achieve up to a 20% return. So stay until the end if you are interested in investing and getting high returns. Before we begin, I would like to invite you to the Telegram community where you can share experiences and opinions with other investors. I would also like to invite you to subscribe to this channel so you don't miss more interesting videos about investments. Let's get to it. Before we look at platforms offering more than 15% return on investment, I'd like to make one thing very clear to us all. When we are investing at such a high yield, it is very likely that our investment carries a higher risk. And with this, I don't mean to say that profitability is directly proportional to risk, since an investment offering us 7% doesn't necessarily mean it has less risk than an investment offering us 15%. As I say, it is not directly proportional. There can be investments that offer us a low return, yet carry a high risk, and the inverse is also true. But we must bear in mind that when we're investing for such a high return, it must be for a reason. And normally that's because there's a greater risk involved for whatever reason. In some cases, it's because the underlying loans lack sufficient collateral, or the collateral they have isn't very good, or it could simply be because the platform is new to the market with the inherent risk that entails, as it's a platform without a proven track record or history. With that clarified, and keeping in mind that when investing, higher returns often mean greater risk, we'll now look at 5 platforms that currently offer over 15% returns. We'll start by listing them in order of the yield they offer us. The first one is called 8lens. It is a platform from the same team as Maclear, which we will see later, and what it offers us is the ability to invest with cryptocurrencies. Here we will have to invest using USD coin. So here the way to sign up is a bit different from the rest of the other platforms, since what we will need to do is connect our wallet in order to transfer and invest with USDC. This is very simple, but if we do not know within 8lens, you will find information to make our transfers and be able to invest in 8lens. And here we will be able to invest a minimum of 100 USDC per project for each of these loans. What we will be able to invest in here are business loans. Some of them are similar or the same as those we have on Maclear. However, here we're going to be offered a much higher return. We'll be able to invest in loans that offer us more than 20% in many cases. We will have to invest manually, and if we go inside each of the projects, we will be able to see more information about them. If we go, for example, inside this loan, we will see the more detailed information like the collateral it offers us, the type of risk. We must always keep in mind that the risk score indicated here is only an internal risk score from 8lens. We can't compare it to the risk score of other platforms, only within the projects we have on this platform. And as we see, for example, in this project, in this loan, the LTV, the loan to value, is 175%. This means the collateral provided is very little compared to the amount of money requested for this loan. So it is something we should keep in mind when evaluating the investments we make in 8lens. But in exchange, they are offering us a high return of 22.9% for 5 months. Most of the loans we are seeing right now at 8lens have quite short terms for business loans, ranging from 5 to 12 months, and we will have different investment opportunities in various industries, in different sectors, and also in different countries. And in addition to this high performance, if you sign up through the link I leave below in the description to start investing in 8lens, you will get a bonus of 30 USDC to invest on the platform, and also 6% of what you invest during the first 6 months in 8lens tokens. Only if you register through the link I've left in the description below. The next platform we'll see as a recent addition to the crowdlending investment market is called FF Forest. It's a platform where we'll be able to invest in forests. That's right. What the platform does, working with a partner, is to fund forests and woodland, which they then exploit in different ways. Normally, they sell the timber, reforest the area, and then sell the land, sometimes to other farmers. And what we are going to be doing here is investing in these forest lands. These are loans that are backed by an asset, the forest in which we are investing, and we will obtain a high return. Right now, and since it's a new platform, we shouldn't expect this to last for long, they're offering us 18% annually. And we'll look in more detail at each of the underlying loans. Most of them are very similar. What they're offering us is that 18% for 24 months. However, this is very interesting because if we decide to stop investing before the 24 months at 6 months, we can exit our investment and achieve 15% annually. If we decide to do so after 12 months, we will achieve 16.5% annually. With that, we will have the opportunity to invest in the short term if we want to, and it's something we don't have to decide right now. We will be able to decide at the moment if we decide to withdraw our money. And even so, we will be getting a very high return. And something very interesting for me about this platform is that I am diversifying into something different, which is the forestry market in the Baltic countries. At FF Forest, we will be able to invest a minimum of 500 euros per project. And besides this high return they offer, if you sign up using the link below in the description, you'll get an extra bonus, an extra cashback of 3% of your investment until December 31st. And after December 31st, you'll get 1% until you reach 180 days from your registration. Ventus is another platform that offers us something different and innovative beyond the typical personal loans and what we are used to seeing on other platforms. And here we are going to be able to invest in energy. At Ventus Energy, we will be able to invest a minimum of 1,000 euros per project. When we invest in Ventus Energy, we are always investing in the company's own projects. It's a company that works with different types of renewable energy, and we will finance those projects, so they are always from their own projects. The profitability they are offering us right now is 16% on the projects we currently have available. But it's also possible to get a higher return on this platform since it's a relatively new platform in the market, having been in the market for 1 year. I started investing from the beginning and have taken advantage of several bonus and cashback campaigns. And I am getting a return that exceeds 19%. Something very interesting about Ventus is that it offers us returns on a daily basis, which means we will receive our interest every day. Every single day we're going to see our account grow, and this also generates compound interest. This means that it automatically reinvests itself into each of the projects if we desire, or we can simply deactivate it and receive the money in our account from those interests that are paid on a daily basis. The terms of these projects are usually long-term, but we have the early exit option, meaning we can leave early, before the term of that loan of that project ends. And in this case, we will have received all the interest since, as I said, it is paid daily. What we could see are penalties only if we opt into some cashback campaigns or loyalty programs. There could indeed be some penalty. This means that we might not receive the total of that percentage received as compensation in some cases when we go for an early exit. If you sign up through the link below the description, you'll get a 1% bonus on everything you invest during the first 60 days. Besides, you can take advantage of other temporary campaigns they launch from time to time. If you want to stay up to date on temporary promotions, I encourage you to join my Telegram channel, where I share the most important news from the crowdlending investment market and also special temporary offers from various platforms. Or if you prefer, you can also join my bi-weekly newsletter, where you'll find all that information. Now let's look at a real estate platform, Astera Estate. Astera Estate is a platform where we will also invest in the company's own projects. The company or group of companies that owns Astera Estate, the platform also owns the construction company that is building a small town 25 kilometers from Riga. And what we are going to do in Astera is finance the construction of these homes and these buildings. At Astera Estate, you can invest a minimum of 1,000 euros per loan. When investing in Astera, there's collateral, the property itself, the land, or the buildings under construction. In Astera, right now we have different projects. All of them are in the same location where this development is being built. They are buildings that differ from each other, some smaller, others larger, and what they're offering is to invest in each with a 15% return. In addition to special promotions offered to us because we are a platform that is also very new to the market, right now, for example, they are offering us an additional 4% return. And here, just like in Ventus, we will receive the returns daily. Every day we will receive our interest. If we enter each project, you'll see much more information about what we're investing in, with details on the location, where it's situated, and the loan structure. This provides ample information to decide whether to invest in Astera or not. Since we're usually investing for the longer term, these projects typically last around 4 or 5 years. However, we will have the option of an early exit at 6 months, usually from that project, from that loan. At that moment, we will be able to decide to exit that project. If we so desire, we will be able to do it and we will continue to obtain the performance we have obtained since here interests are paid on a daily basis. And if you also want to start investing in Astera, if you sign up using the link I placed below in the description, you'll get an extra bonus of 1% of everything you invest during the first 60 days. The next platform we are going to look at is Maclair, which is from the same group as 8lens. It's the same team that owns both platforms. Maclair is a more traditional platform like the ones we're used to. Here we'll invest with euros, making a transfer as we do to other platforms. And the registration process is also similar to other platforms. The yield they're offering us right now across various projects is around 14.5, 14.8%. But if we consider the bonuses they usually offer, 30 euros for every 500 euros we invest in a single project, we'll achieve that return. These 30 euros will be directly applied to an investment in the same project we have invested in, and we can withdraw it when the project is finished. Right now, the projects and loans that we have available have a term of about 12 to 13 to 14 months. Here, the terms are longer than those we saw on the sister platform 8lens. The profitability is lower, but so is the loan-to-value ratio and the collateral of these loans. Although some might be much higher than what we see on other platforms, they are usually, not in all cases, lower than those of 8lens. At Maclair, we will be able to invest a minimum of 50 euros per loan. And if you want to start investing in Maclair, if you sign up using the link I leave below in the description, you will get that bonus of 30 euros each time you invest 500 euros in a single project. And also 3% of everything invested during the first 90 days, only if you register through the link I leave below in the description. And now that you know all these platforms, tell me what you'll do. Are you already investing in any? Are you thinking of investing and benefiting from this high return? Let me know in the comments below, and if you have any doubts or questions, leave them below. As you know, I respond to all your comments. Before you go, I'd like to invite you to our Telegram community where you can share experiences and opinions with other investors. And please subscribe to this channel so you don't miss more interesting investment videos.